Guys, you are not ready for this. Felix from Stray Kids is trending for the second time in less than 24 hours on the coup, one of the most brutally honest forums in Korea. And this time, it's not because of his dance break, not because of his legendary deep voice, but because of his hair. Yes, just hair. But the kind of hair that made 7,808 people rush to the thread within minutes, type in long paragraphs, crying, screaming, and calling him everything from final boss character to actual fairy from another dimension. Get ready to have your bias list destroyed all over again, because today we're breaking down exactly why Felix just earned the official title of Mama 2025 Visual Terminator. Let's dive in. Hello, Stay. Hello, fellow K-pop addicts. Hello, everyone who's supposed to be sleeping but ended up here instead. Welcome back to the channel that keeps your wallet empty every comeback, because once again we have to talk about Lee Felix, who apparently never learned the meaning of give the rest of us a break. So on November 29th, 2025, the Mama 2025 ceremony took place at Kai Tak Stadium in Hong Kong, and Stray Kids opened the show with a mind-blowing medley of Creed, plus Chick Chick Boom, and Divine in ceremony. The moment Felix stepped on stage with his silver long hair styled in a 2-block bun, 2 thin braids hanging down the sides, and a black leather strap wrapped around his head like a crown meets hat accessory straight out of a fantasy game, the entire internet lost its mind. The coup, the forum famous for being extremely picky and sometimes harsh, crashed under the weight of Stay and non-fans alike. The first Felix shred from yesterday morning was already trending at #1 because of his aura and deep voice. Then, just hours later, a second post appeared, titled, Mama Silver, Long Hair, 2-block hair bun, and Braided Hair and Hat, SKZ Felix. In less than 3 hours, it reached over 7,800 views and more than 100 comments. And the crazy part? It was pure praise. Zero hate. Just netizens in complete awe. Let me read you some of the best comments because they're too good to paraphrase. It's like a game character, and it's so good. Straight up, they said he walked out of a video game. When I did my hair, it really stood out on stage. It looked like a game character was dancing. It's a shame to only do it once. Someone is literally begging him to keep this hairstyle forever. I really like Youngbook these days. That styling suits him so well. Same bestie. We're all deep in the Youngbook supremacy era right now. One comment had me laughing and crying at the same time. He came down saying that the hair was unique, pretty, and cool, and Hyunjin was crying LOL. Imagine Hyunjin, the certified visual of Stray Kids, seeing Felix backstage and just breaking down in tears because the competition is over. Another one said, it's hip and looks good wrapped like a hat strap. They genuinely think the leather strap is the coolest hat accessory ever invented. Then there was this absolute masterpiece. The opening stage was crazy, and that braided hairstyling is really unique, but how he carries it off so beautifully is seriously a huge talent. Every time Felix is on screen, I go, wow, and exclaim in awe. And when he cries, he's so cute, and he cries beautifully too. Yes, they used he and she interchangeably because at this point, Felix has transcended gender and become a mythical being. Even his tears look perfect on him. My personal favorite, maybe it's because you have a pretty head, but you look good with all kinds of unique hairstyles. It's like you were born with that kind of hair. This is no longer a compliment. This is a scientific statement, and the one that broke the internet. She's so pretty. She doesn't look like a person. She looks like a fairy. Fairy Felix is not a joke anymore. It's canon. In just 24 hours, Felix managed to trend twice on the coup, a forum that usually roasts everyone, with 2 completely different threads, both filled wall to wall with praise. This isn't bias racking anymore. This is bias genocide. So why did this particular styling hit so hard? First, the long silver hair he's been rocking since the Ota era, perfectly cut into a sharp 2-block bun on top, with 2 delicate braids framing his face. Second, that black leather strap wrapped around his forehead like a dark prince crown, mixed with cowboy hat vibes. Third, the all-black studded outfit, gloves, chains, and the purple-blue stage lighting. Put it all together, and you get a final boss from an RPG that you're scared to fight, but also kind of in love with. Stays immediately started calling it the Final Fantasy Felix era, or Elden Ring DLC Felix. People edited him with Sephiroth's theme, with Noctis's outfit, and somehow everything fit perfectly. The chaos reached peak levels. When Stray Kids won Best Male Group and Worldwide Fans' Choice, Felix started crying on stage. The silver strands fell slightly over his face, tears rolling down while he smiled, and netizens lost it all over again. One comment said, "Even when he cries, the hair framing his face is perfect." I repeat, perfect tears, perfect hair placement. Who allowed this level of unfairness? Now, the million-dollar question, will JYP let him keep the long silver hair for the next comeback? Because if yes, I am fully prepared to sell everything I own for the 2026 World Tour. Or was this a one-night-only fantasy styling that will haunt us forever? If it's the second option, please someone leak the 4K famcam. I will pay any price. Seriously, Felix is currently operating on a visual level that doesn't feel human in 2025. Pink hair, blonde wolf cut, jet black, fiery red, and now long silver fantasy prints. Every era he just looks at the camera and says, "Hold my freckles," before ascending to the next dimension. Okay, now it's your turn. Which Felix visual era destroyed you the most? Thunderous long hair, Case 143 blonde wolf cut, or this Mama 2025 silver dark elf prints? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one while crying happy tears. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to leave a like if Felix also sent you into cardiac arrest last night. Comment your favorite Felix era, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss nothing the next time he decides to end careers, which will probably be tomorrow. And share this video with every stay currently recovering in the hospital. This has been your daily dose of Felix supremacy. Stay Delulu, stay hydrated, and remember, Fairy Felix is real, and he's coming for all of our biases, one silver strand at a time. See you in the next one, probably talking about Felix.
Let's keep the chaos going because honestly, we're not still done processing this apocalypse. Do you realize that this is the first time in years that a Stray Kids member has double trended on the coup within 24 hours for completely different reasons? Yesterday morning, it was Felix's deep voice in Giant literally murdered the entire stadium, and by evening, the same forum was collectively kneeling for his hair. That has never happened to anyone, not even to the most legendary visuals in 3rd or 4th gen. The coup netizens are famously picky. They will drag an idol for breathing wrong. Yet here they are writing poetry about Felix's head shape. One person literally said, his skull was sculpted by the gods. That's why every hairstyle looks expensive on him. Expensive. They called his head expensive. I can't make this up. And can we talk about the international meltdown for a second? Within an hour of the performance, #FelixMama2025 was trending worldwide on Twitter, or X, whatever Elon wants to call it today. Stays, non-stays, casual listeners, even people who only know Stray Kids from Kingdom were posting side-by-side photos of game characters. Sephiroth, Noctis, Astarion from Baldur's Gate 3, even the new Black Myth Wukong protagonist. Someone superimposed Felix's face on the Elden Ring cover, and it looked official. Another person made a 10-minute compilation titled Felix Proving He's the Final Evolution of Pretty, and it already has 1.2 million views. The algorithm is working overtime because the entire timeline is just silver hair and tears. Meanwhile, on TikTok, the sound of Felix's boom part mixed with the braided hair slow-motion clip is being used in 300K videos in less than 12 hours. Half the creators are doing the expectation versus reality trend, where expectation is Felix looking like a dark fairy prince, and reality is them trying to copy the hairstyle with 3 strands of hair and a shoelace. The other half are just straight-up thirst traps with the caption, "Sorry to my alt bias, but I'm converting to Felixism." Even the Korean beauty community is in shambles. Top hair directors are posting breakdowns of how the stylists achieved that perfect two-block bun with zero flyaways under stadium humidity. One famous salon owner wrote, "I've been doing idle hair for 15 years and I still don't know how they made those braids stay that sharp while he was headbanging." The leather strap accessory already has 5 different dupes on Coupang, selling out every 10 minutes. They're calling it the Felix crown now. JYP could drop official merch tomorrow and make 1 billion won before lunch. And the funniest part? Hyunjin, the member who has been serving face card for 7 years straight, is getting gently bullied in the comments like, Hyunjin saw Felix backstage and immediately accepted defeat, or Hyunjin cried because he realized the visual throne has a new owner. Poor Jinny is out there liking fan art of him bowing to Felix with the caption, "Long live the king." At this point, I need JYP to issue an official statement. Is the long silver hair staying, or are we getting robbed again? Because the way stays are acting, if they cut it for the next comeback, we might actually riot. Some people are already making petitions. Real petitions with signatures. This is bigger than any fandom war I've seen in years. Felix didn't just attend Mama 2025, he walked in, rewrote the visual rulebook, made netizens forget how to type properly, and left with 2 trending threads, 3 daesungs, and the entire industry's sanity. So tell me again why we still pretend anyone else is competing in the visual category next year. I'll wait.